Nurakara everyone, my name is Lara and I am a proud Gajala Kabulba woman, and today we're gonna have a tough conversation. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I today want to talk about something which clearly is close to my heart. I'm going to be talking in a series I'm gonna call Tough Conversations, because they always are. Before I launch off with this, actually, during any of my channel, please be kind to one another in the comments. This is always a sensitive subject. I am not always going to know 100% of the information. If I'm wrong, please tell me and I will absolutely adjust. Because I am only one person, I am only 30 years old, there is still a whole heap of history that I don't know. And of course, being 300 entirely separate nations, I may not know your nation's history as well as I know mine. This tough conversation, we are talking about skin color. Again, I'm kind of speaking a little bit more globally here. For a lot of people in the US, when I say things like, I'm black, people will go, excuse you? No, you're not. So here in Australia, our terminology thinking about the word black is very, very different to what would be defined as black in the US. So in the US, black refers pretty specifically to African Americans. But here in Australia, black refers to our First Nations people. Here in Australia, there was also very significant processes that were government organized and run processes back in the day that were specifically targeted to destroy Aboriginal culture. They were trying to teach black people how to be good enough white people that they could exist in society, and then, after generations and generations, they would breed out the blackness. So here in Australia, we do not talk about what percentages we are because of this eugenic history. We don't talk about, you know, you are more or less black than somebody else because of skin color. That's simply not a thing here. Black is who you are, it is not what you look like. I get this question all the dang time when I talk about it, and I can see people's eyes kind of go, but you don't look black. I mean, look at your skin, you're very white. So because of our specific history here in Australia, this is why we don't really care so much about skin color. My sister has darker skin than me. Does that make her more black than I am? No, because when we talk about black, we are talking about culture, we are talking about identity, we are not actually talking about a color itself. This is why in Australia, you'll see a lot of the time, we don't use the C in the word black to differentiate it as a color to an identity. So pro tip for anyone out there who is talking to a black person and they may or may not look like me, probably don't say the words, but how much black are you? Because again of the process of trying to get rid of skin color and being defined by things like, quick warning, I will be using language which to black people may or may not be offensive. Lies, it is offensive. So heads up, that's going to be used in order to explain this. And back to it. So we used to be quantified by the amount of black that we were, and the amount of black that we were usually related to what rights we had. It's a similar process to what kind of happened in South Africa when you're looking at apartheid. There were delineations between black, white, and coloured, and what that meant for where you could live, what you could do, etc., etc. It was the same here for if you were full blood, half caste, Octoroon, all of those kinds of languages. They gave you the right to become more of a citizen and more of an active person depending on what percentage you were. And because this was government instilled ruling, when all of that disappeared, so did all of that thinking. Because it is about family, it is about community, it is about connection. It isn't about a percentage of a bloodline. So definitely never ask a person what percent you are, or the words, but where are you from really? Sorry guys, we kind of beat you by like tens of thousands of years on this continent. I wanted to talk to this tough conversation first because it helps to explain why my channel is called what it is called. I decided to call this channel Caramel Latte, one because it is my initials LC, but also because it doesn't matter how much milk you add to coffee, it is still coffee. Yeah, my phone went off right in the middle of that and my husband just looked at me and was like, but you know what? It's real life, I'm not gonna retake it. Weirdly also, the people who seem to care about your skin color here in Australia are white people. Black people are like, yeah, fine. Alright team, that is our short, sharp conversation for today. If you have any questions about this, any information that you want to know more about, chuck it in the comments. I will absolutely happily respond to you. Try and give you as much information as I can as it's available. And if it's a question that actually has I'm gonna end up sending you like a page of notes and 18 links. I will probably just make a video about that specifically. As always, be kind in the comments. I'm here to help inform as much as I can. I'm only a person. There are, of course, gaps in my knowledge. Be kind, be well. I'll see you in the next one.